Series introduction. Instead of kisses, we get kicks. Shalom, beloved family of Yashar'el, and all those who have ears to hear. This series is not for those looking to be liked. It's not for those chasing applause or affirmation. It's for the remnant, the bruised but still standing, the rejected but still righteous, the weary warriors of Yahuwah who have refused to compromise. The title of this series is Instead of Kisses, We Get Kicks, and it comes from a real place, a place of pain, endurance, and truth. In a world that rewards compromise and punishes holiness, where speaking truth gets you silenced and standing for righteousness gets you isolated, this series is here to remind you that you are not alone. The apostles were made spectacles, dragged like criminals through the streets. The prophets were hated by their own people. Yahshua HaMashiach himself was despised, betrayed, beaten, and crucified. And if we are truly his, we will suffer the same. We are fools for Messiah, but you are wise in Messiah. We are weak, but you are strong. We are dishonored. We are the scum of the earth, the refuse of the world. 1 Corinthians 4:10-13. This is what it means to walk in the footsteps of the righteous King. So if you've ever been lied on, misunderstood, mistreated, or mocked because of your obedience, if you've lost friends, family, opportunities, or reputation for the sake of Yahshua, this series is for you. We're going to walk through what Scripture says about suffering, persecution, and the strange blessing of being hated for the truth. And by the time we reach the end, may you find joy in the rejection, strength in the fire, and hope in the promise that your suffering is not in vain. Welcome to Instead of Kisses, We Get Kicks. Let's begin. Sermon 1, The Spectacle of the Righteous Text, 1 Corinthians 4:9-13 series. Instead of kisses, we get kicks. Theme: faithful servants of Yahoo are often paraded not in glory but in humiliation, put on display like criminals, mocked by the world, but honored by heaven. Introduction. The world expects that those who serve the Most High should be crowned with honor, influence, and applause. But Paul paints a radically different picture. In 1 Corinthians 4, he describes the apostles as prisoners of war, paraded last in line like captives doomed to die. Rather than receiving kisses of appreciation, they receive kits of rejection. This is not a unique apostolic experience. It is the pattern for all who will follow Messiah faithfully. For it seems to me that God has displayed us apostles at the end of the procession, like prisoners appointed for death. Verse 9. 1. The procession of death, verse 9. A displayed last, like captives of war. In Roman triumphs, the conquered were paraded through the streets last, and then executed. Paul likens this to how the apostles were treated, a public example of what happens when you stand for truth. B. A spectacle to the world, angels, and men. The Greek word theatron means theater, a stage for mockery and humiliation. Not only people are watching, so are angels and spiritual beings. C. Appointed for death, yet chosen by Yahuwah. This death is not accidental, it's ordained. Yahuwah is the one who put them there, not the devil. Their death will a demonstration of divine power, not weakness. 2. The fools who carry wisdom, verse 10. A. Fools for Christ. In a world obsessed with intellectualism and prestige, Paul calls himself a fool for Christ. What the world calls foolish, heaven calls faithful. B. Weak but powerful in the spirit. Paul says we are weak, but you are strong. Their weakness was not failure. It was the cost of true obedience and spiritual strength. C. Dishonored, but heaven approved. The apostles weren't honored in the synagogue or the Roman courts. They were beaten, imprisoned, stoned, but Yahuwah's approval rested on them. 3. Suffering in the hour of service, verses 11-13. A. Hunger, thirst, and homelessness. Physical needs unmet, no comfort, no luxury. Serving Yahuwah does not always come with a full pantry or a steady roof. B. Vilified, persecuted, slandered, verses 12-13. Their names were dragged through the mud, yet they blessed, endured, and answered gently. C. The scum and refuse of the world, verse 13. Paul ends by saying, we have become the scum of the earth, the refuse of the world. What the world discards, Yahuwah treasures. 4. The hidden glory behind the shame. A. Heaven watches the faithful spectacle. The ridicule they faced was not lost on heaven. Angels and Yahweh himself observed it. Your quiet endurance is never wasted. B. Messiah bore the same shame. He was made a public spectacle on the cross. Colossians 2:15. Rejected, mocked, spat on, and he was the son of Elohim. C. You are in good company when you're kicked. The prophets, apostles, and Messiah himself endured shame before glory. Conclusion. The world celebrates entertainers and politicians, but Yahoo parades his servants last, not for punishment, but for example. They are not failures, they are frontliners. They are not cursed, they are chosen. So when you're kicked instead of kissed, ridiculed instead of revered, know this: you are walking in the apostolic path. You are being displayed as a spectacle, not of shame, but of endurance and glory. Left double quotation mark. 11. Call to action. Stop seeking the world's applause. Embrace your place at the end of the procession. It is a holy appointment. Rejoice when you're made a spectacle, for heaven sees, and your reward is sure. Final encouragement. Beloved, if they hated him, they will hate you. If the prophets were stoned, if the apostles were jailed, if Messiah was rejected, you are in good company when you are kicked around for righteousness' sake. Don't be discouraged by the fire. It's refining you. Don't be ashamed of the scars. They are the proof you belong to him. And don't measure your worth by how the world treats you. Measure it by how heaven sees you. Rejoice and be glad, for great is your reward in heaven. The world may give you betrayal, lies, rejection, and mockery, but Yahweh is giving you strength, honor, and an eternal crown. Stand firm. You were chosen for this. Until next time, remain set apart, endure with joy, and remember, this suffering is not the end, it's the evidence that you belong to the King of Righteousness.